Before guns, before bombs, before drones, ancient armies were already doing things that should not have been possible. Things that made trained soldiers drop their shields and run. Things that kept generals up at night. Welcome frame by frame. Today we're talking about the scariest weapons ever used in ancient warfare. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll be genuinely grateful you were not born 2,000 years ago. Let's start with something that sounds made up. Greek fire. Around 672 AD, the Byzantine Empire deployed a weapon so terrifying they kept its formula secret for centuries. We still don't fully know what was in it. Greek fire was a liquid incendiary compound. It could be pumped through bronze tubes mounted on the front of warships. It sprayed a stream of burning liquid directly onto enemy vessels. And here is the part that made it genuinely horrifying. It burned on water. You could not put it out with water. In fact, water made it burn harder. Imagine being on an enemy ship, watching a wall of fire come at you across the sea, realizing that jumping overboard is not going to help. Byzantine sailors reportedly used it to destroy entire Arab fleets. During the sieges of Constantinople, enemy soldiers who survived described it as fire falling from heaven. The formula was so protected, Byzantine emperors made their generals swear oaths never to reveal it. It was passed down only within specific families, and when the empire fell, secret died with it. Next, war elephants. Yes, elephants in battle. This sounds like something a child would suggest. An adult would immediately dismiss. But ancient generals were not dismissing anything. War elephants were used across India, Persia, North Africa, and eventually the Mediterranean for over 1,000 years, and they were absolutely devastating. A full-grown war elephant weighed up to 6 tons. War armor, it had blades strapped to its tusks. It had a crew of soldiers on its back, firing arrows and throwing spears from above. It charged directly into enemy infantry. Now think about that from the infantry's perspective. You are a foot soldier, have a shield and a spear, and coming at you is a 6-ton armored animal. That cannot be stopped by anything you are carrying. The psychological effect alone was catastrophic. Horses refused to go near them. Soldiers broke formation and fled before the elephants even reached them. Hannibal famously crossed the Alps with war elephants to invade Rome from the north. The Romans had never seen anything like it. They eventually figured out a counter. Open your formation, let the elephant run through, then attack its unprotected flanks. But it took them several very expensive battles to get there. Now let's talk about something that sounds even more insane. The Scorpion Bomb. Hatra was a fortified city in what is now Iraq. In 198 AD, the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus decided he was going to besiege it. Hatra's defenders had a problem. They were outnumbered and outgunned. They got creative. They gathered thousands of live scorpions and packed them into clay pots. When the Romans came close enough, defenders hurled the pots down from the walls. The pots shattered on impact. Thousands of scorpions poured out across the Roman assault troops. Septimius Severus retreated. The most powerful military force in the world was driven back by a city that threw bugs at them. Hatra held. Moving on, the Macedonian Sarissa. Alexander the Great did not conquer half the known world because his soldiers were brave. Well, they were brave. The real reason was a spear. The Sarissa was a pike roughly 6 meters long. That is almost 20 feet. So long that a soldier could not even hold it with one hand. It required 2 hands and significant training just to keep it pointed in the right direction. Now imagine a formation of 256 soldiers, all holding 6-meter spears, arranged in a tight block 16 rows deep. Soldiers in the back rows angled their spears over the heads of the front rows. What the enemy saw coming toward them was not soldiers. It was a moving wall of spear tips with no gaps and no way through. Macedonian phalanx was essentially an unstoppable hedge of death on legs. Cavalry could not break it. Infantry could not break it. The only way to beat it was to get around the sides, which Alexander made sure you could never do. Next, Roman siege weapons. Romans did not just fight people. They dismantled entire cities piece by piece. The onager was a Roman catapult. It could hurl a 150-pound stone over 400 meters with enough force to punch through stone walls. They used it to demolish fortifications, a safe distance, before the infantry even got close. But the onager was just the beginning. Ballista was essentially a giant crossbow that fired bolts the size of fence posts with enough velocity to pin 2 soldiers together against a wall simultaneously. Roman engineers would set up entire batteries of these during a siege. Then there was the corvus, a boarding bridge with a massive iron spike on the end that Roman ships could drop onto enemy decks. It locked the ships together, turned a naval battle into a land battle, which the Romans were extremely good at. The Carthaginians had the superior navy. Romans simply invented a device that made navies irrelevant. And finally, the one that is hardest to believe. Archimedes and the Claw of Syracuse. In 214 BC, Rome sent a fleet of warships to attack the city of Syracuse in Sicily. Defending the city was a 70-year-old mathematician named Archimedes. Yes, that Archimedes, the bath guy. Archimedes designed a series of war machines to defend the city walls. One of them was called the Iron Hand, the Claw of Archimedes. It was a giant crane mounted on the city walls with a massive iron grappling hook on the end. A Roman ship came close to the walls. The crane would swing out, drop the hook onto the ship's bow, then yank it upward. The front of the ship lifted out of the water, and then the crane released. Ship crashed back down. Some accounts say it was shaken violently first, until the crew fell off and dropped. Roman soldiers reportedly became so terrified. If they saw a rope or a piece of wood appear above the city walls, they would abandon their positions and flee. A mathematician with a crane held off the Roman navy for 2 years. 2 years. Here is what all of these weapons have in common. None of them required gunpowder. None of them required electricity. None of them required anything. Invented after roughly the year 300 AD. These were built with wood, rope, iron, and fire. And they were terrifying enough to stop the most powerful armies on Earth. So the next time someone says ancient people were primitive, remind them about the mathematician who spent 2 years picking up Roman warships and dropping them back into the sea. Frame by frame, see you next time.